Hi, this is a quick unboxing, setup and review of the Ooma Telo. The Ooma Telo has been out for quite a while now and has many similarities to the NetTalk Duo and MagiJack, the phone service. However, this service is free of charge once you buy the unit, and all you have to pay for are the monthly taxes. So depending where you live, that could be a couple to a few dollars each month. But other than that, all calls in the US are free of charge. At the front you can see Ooma Telo, free home phone service, unlimited US calling with low international rates. If you have the premium service, which is $10 per month or $120 a year, then that includes several other options over the base unit and also includes free calls to Canada. And then we have Experience Pure Voice HD, bundle features such as voicemail, caller ID, call waiting and 911. Keep your number, you can see there's an asterisk, and that more or less means that if you have the basic unit there is a fee to transfer your number over. However, if you have the premium service, then you can transfer your number over free of charge. Use your existing phones, no computer or headset required. Easy setup in just a few minutes. On the side we have the package contents, Ooma Telo device, Ethernet cable, AC adapter, and then we have the usage requirements, which are anything above 256k, which more or less means if you have anything faster than dial-up then it should work. 1 year limited warranty. On the back is what you will get with Ooma: free use calling and low international rates, Ooma Pure Voice HD technology, voicemail, caller ID, caller waiting and 911 service, access voicemail from any phone or web browser, standalone device compatibility with your existing home phones, no computer or headset required. So with this unit you could disconnect your own main phone line and plug this unit in and provide phone service to your existing outlets in your house. The option to keep your phone number, as we mentioned a moment ago, and then upgrade your service to Ooma Premier, and includes services such as allows you to make 2 simultaneous calls and gives you an instant second line with the same unit. Option to choose additional phone numbers. You can integrate Google Voice, so if you have Google Voice service then you can integrate it with this. If you have a mobile phone, then you can allow your mobile phone to ring at the same time as your home does. You can make calls from Wi-Fi compatible smartphones, so if you have an Android, iPhone, iPad, etc., or even iPod Touch, then with a mobile app you can make calls. I believe there is a different per minute charge for this service, but it does allow you to use that. So if you were going out somewhere and you wanted to make a phone call and you wanted to appear that it's actually from your same service, then you can do that. And you have privacy options such as screening phone calls and block unwanted calls, etc. You can expand the unit with a Bluetooth adapter such as this one, and we also, I don't see it listed here, we also make a Wi-Fi adapter which is here, which offers BG and N. So you can allow this unit to be run from a phone line and Ethernet connection or wirelessly. I will show both of these later on when I actually show this being set up, and then more or less a quick image of how the unit is set up. On this side we have the same as with Ooma over 2 years. So it says if you spend $50 a month then you could save up to $870, and if you had a $30 a month bill then you could save around $390. At the top of the box we just have Ooma Telo free home phone service, and at the bottom one of those strange things which you can take a photograph with on your smartphone and look up the web information, and then we have the UPC serial information, etc. So that is the outer box of the Ooma Telo. So let's open it up and see what's inside. As you can see, we first see the Ooma, and we have some documentation. And this includes important 911 information, telephone number if you have any problems, and this is like a hold-out poster for setting up the unit, etc. We can then see the Ooma device, which we'll go over in a second. We have the Ethernet cable, which is flat and pretty cool. And we have the power adapter. Out of the way. And as you can see, our Ooma has a plastic sleeve, so I'm going to take this off. On the front we can see the Ooma unit, which is like has like a very slight rubberized feel to it, which feels actually pretty cool. We have this symbol in the middle, which I believe lights up and shows status of the Ooma service. We have this button for volume, this is for brightness, and we have this one for paging. Line 1, line 2 if you had a premium service, save voicemail, delete voicemail, play, stop, rewind, and fast forward. At the sides we don't have anything on the unit. At the back we have the USB adapter for Bluetooth. We have the power adapter, home network, and to internet, and the phone adapter. Now one thing I do like is this unit can be placed in between a cable modem or DSL modem and your router. So in the past I've used my other services and had problems when streaming high definition videos if a phone call comes in, because the video is trying to take all the bandwidth of the internet connection, which then can leave really poor quality on the phone service or can even disrupt the phone service. So this is really handy, and the back just shows MAC ID and the serial number. So there you have it. In a moment we will set this unit up and get it working. Setting up the Ooma Telo is very easy. So to start, go to ooma.com/activate. Here you will see a web page and it will have the heading activating your Ooma system. What we're going to do now is click on get started. On the next page you will see 5 steps at the top, and we will begin with activation code. So in the box where you can enter an activation code is where you get the activation code from the base unit of your Ooma and enter it. Then you'll click continue. On step 2 it is asking what area code you live in for your phone number. For example, I live in 360 area code, so you'll enter your area code and then once again press continue. On the second part of step 2 it will ask you what city you live in for your area code. So when you select your city it will give you an option of phone numbers. Depending what city you live in, it may have 1 or more pages, so you can cycle previous pages or you can click view all. Unlike many other services, Ooma Telo is the only one I've seen in a long time where it will actually allow you to select your own phone number, which is a pretty cool feature. So once you select your phone number, once again you click continue. On step 3 it's asking for contact information. So at the top it's asking for your first name, last name, mobile phone number and email address, and if you want to get more out for news and tips, etc., you can click the newsletter. And on the bottom part it's asking for your street address for 911 calls. So it's very important to give your correct information here, because if you do have an emergency, 911 should be able to see where you are located. So once again, when you completed this information, click continue. On step 4, it's going to ask you for billing information, and if your billing information is the same as your service, then you can keep the address the same, and then you can enter your credit card information at the bottom. Now this billing information is only used to charge you for taxes. So like I said, each month the phone calls are free. All you have to pay for is just the taxes, which would be normally applicable to phone service. So in my case, my taxes are about $4 per month. In other areas they may be a couple of dollars, ranging up to a few dollars. I believe it's also used here for your premium service. So if you like to have a premium service, then once again it uses the same billing information. Then click continue, and here you have your account registration. So your username is generally your phone number, and you can enter a password and then confirm the password and enter security question with an answer, and then click to agree the terms and conditions. And once you've done this, you can click activate now, and now you will see the final congratulations step. Your Ooma device has been activated. It will show your phone number, the address associated for 911, and then the next steps for setting up your Ooma, and if you want to opt in for the Ooma Premier features. I highly recommend that if you have kids, that you opt in for the Premier features, and even if you don't, then it's still a cool service to have, because it does offer a lot more features. So there you have it. There's a basic setup. In a moment I will go over some of the account features so you can see what options and features you can see in your account. Now for accessing the Ooma features, what we're going to do is we're going to go to ooma.com, and then in the top right hand corner you'll see a part which says My Ooma. So we click on My Ooma, and then it will ask for your phone number and your password. So click sign in, and here you will see a side menu with dashboard, voicemail, call logs and contacts. At the top you will have home, preferences, account, add-ons, and your phone number, support and log out. In the main dashboard area where it says calls and messages, you can see voicemail. So if you have any voicemail, you'll be able to see them, or you can click on missed calls or recent calls, and that will show you any calls that you have made. So if you have any calls that have been deleted off your handset and you need to remember what they are, then you can go there and see what your calls are. You can see your calling statistics, hot offers, news from Ooma, feature setup, etc., and your prepaid account balance. So in the side menu we're going to click on voicemail, and this part shows you any voicemails you have and allow you to play and delete them or manage them. You can click on call logs, and once again you've got to see all your calls, etc., for incoming, outgoing, missed calls, and also any contacts you have. At the top we have preferences. Here you'll be able to see voicemail preferences, how long and how many seconds it rings before your voicemail picks up, your new voicemail pin, if you want to enable call screening and forwarding and notifications. So if you want to forward your voicemail to an email address, etc., then you can do that. On the menu to the side again, you'll see 911 alerts. Now this is very handy. This will notify you if a 911 call has been made by your phone, and you can choose email or text message and create a short message. And like I said, if you're a parent or someone, or say you have elderly member of family or anyone and you're away from home, then this will notify you if a 911 call is initiated from your house or from either line. There's a blacklist preference. I believe this is a premium option. Then you have call forwarding and this will allow you to call your number, and depending if you had a premium account, it will show 1 or 2 numbers on the drop down menu, and you can forward those calls. On the phone numbers, this will show you what phone numbers you have and the ring pattern, etc. Mine I have 2 lines, so ring pattern 1 rings like this, and then for the second line, so you can differentiate between which number is being called. And once again, it's a premium service. If you have Google Voice, then you can enroll your Google Voice extensions, I should say, into your virtual phone number, which is your second line. Once again, there's another Ooma mobile feature, and that is to allow you to make calls over Wi-Fi or 3G from your mobile device. On privacy, you can block your caller ID for your line, or if you, once again, if you have the premium or premier service for your lines. And then you can also enable anonymous call block, so if anyone calls who has caller ID blocked, then you can send the call directly to your voicemail. On system, this allows for 10-digit dialing. If you're calling people and you have to call a different area code, this will let you choose whether you want to be able to call them without dialing a 1, or if you want to dial a 1. Under these options, it also allows enable call waiting and enable pure voice adaptive redundancy. That is a feature which, if you have poor quality internet line, then it allows more data to be sent for the call than normally would be sent. So it will use a little bit more bandwidth, but it tries to keep the call quality as good as it can. And then on My Ooma, you can select where you want your dashboard to start. Under the account tab, we have a new menu, and the first one is services, and this shows the service level. For my instance, I have a paid Premier subscription, and below that it shows feature subscriptions. In my case, I have 1,000 minutes, which I purchased for $10 and allows me to call the UK for a penny a minute. I'm just going to go over the Premier features. The calling features under Premier include enhanced caller ID, enhanced call waiting, instant second line, three-way conference calling, backup number, Google Voice extensions. Then we have call screening, do not disturb, personal blacklist, community blacklist, anonymous call blocking. Then we have call forward, multi-ring, 911 notifications, free Ooma mobile minutes. Regarding voicemail, we have voicemail notifications, voicemail forwarding, send to voicemail, voice to text. We also have private devices, personal phone number, private voicemail, and finally we have free calls to the US and Canada, free gift, and be first in line. I guess if you have any new features, but anyone who's a premium subscriber gets the options first. Going back to the account menu, the second item on the menu is system, and this gives information about the Ooma Telo unit, including the MAC address and also the handset PIN number, which is used to add handsets, etc. to the Telo unit. Below that we have prepaid accounts, and this will give any information regarding that. And we have service address. This is the address which you will have entered when you set up your unit for 911 calls, and allows you to change your address. Then we have billing information, which shows credit card information and billing address for the credit card. Billing history, if there is any. Refer a friend allows us to have a referral code, so if we recommend this item to someone and they decide to purchase it, they can enter your referral code, and then you can take advantage of some offers or maybe free gifts. And we have a profile which has the main number, first name, last name, email address and mobile number. And finally, security shows details of the account password and also the security info question. On the add-ons page, you'll see you have several different options. You can buy the wireless adapter, so we do not need a direct Ethernet connection. You can add Ooma Mobile for making calls over your smartphone, Android, iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, etc. Voice to text service, which will transcribe your voicemails into text. The Bluetooth adapter. The number port for porting your number over, and also prepaid calling. And then there is the personal number, which allows you to add another phone number. Now to set this unit up, I'm going to set the cables. This is the Ooma cable which I have connected to my modem. I measured this cable, and this cable is about 8 feet long. I'm going to plug that to go to the internet. Then I'm going to take the Ooma power adapter and plug it in to the power port. I'm going to take in the phone line, plug it into the phone. Lastly, the one to my router, the cable is pretty short, so I'm going to do this last. And I'm going to plug that in. Then I will plug in the power supply for the Ooma. And as you can see, we have a blue light on volume, a blue light on lines 1 and 2. And I believe this one was told lit up as well, which you'll see that in a moment. Supposedly that shows the Ooma status. Now as you can see, this phone is a Deck 6 also, but this is an old VTech phone, and the reception is not very good, and like I said, you have to the phone line, the base unit, etc. With the new phones, when I get them delivered, it will just be a charger with no lines at all. The lines link wirelessly direct into the unit. You see we have some cool flashing lights on the voicemail buttons. Now this unit can do some software updates as well, so at the moment those lights could indicate that it is doing a software update for the system. And notice I meant to flash like that all the time. Now if it's going to go to a solid colour, but we'll give it a moment. Bear in mind I've never read the instructions for Ooma, so I'm just doing this basically of setting up the web page and plugging in the correct cables to the ports at the back. I'm not a big fan of services where you have to read complex instructions to get it working. I believe it's probably still updating or doing something, because on the phone keeps changing between no line and one missed call. It seems like it's doing another update, or maybe an install. We have a lot of blue lights. Alright, well, I'm guessing if I set up now, I'm going to try making a test call. So I shall call Apple and their sales service, and I'm not going to record all the call. I just want to see how well it sounds and if it goes through.
Welcome to Apple. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance. I'm an automated system that can handle complete sentences. So tell me, how can I help you today?
There you go. The phone service seems to be working perfectly fine. Hi, well, it's about 6 PM in the evening, and I set Ooma Telo up early this morning on viewer video. And before I give my final thoughts on Ooma Telo, I'll make a test call so you can see what you think. Hi, this is Simon leaving a test voicemail for the Ooma Telo. Let's see how it sounds.
You have one new message and no saved messages. First, new message.
Hi, this is Simon leaving a test voicemail for the Ooma Telo.
From 360. Received today at 5:51 p.m. Message saved. End of new messages.
Okay, well, as you can hear, the voicemail works fine. The quality was due to my cell phone, which barely gets any reception where I live. So there you go. My final thoughts on the Ooma Telo are: this unit is more expensive than the Magic Jack and Nectar Duo, but it does offer a heck of a lot more features than either of the other units. I like that it sits in between the cable modem and my router, so I no longer have to worry about losing calls and call quality. It has voicemail, which I can access directly from here, my computer, or the internet. I have the paid subscription, so I have 2 lines of service, and I am quite impressed. I just wish I would have bought this when it came out quite a while ago.